What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Today is Tuesday, May 25th. The continuation of MJWL. That's the stock I want to talk about today. I also want to get into slippage. Slippage. I hate it, but it's something we got to deal with. I'm going to get into all that, but before I do, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to research and analyze anything I find interesting in the stock market, and I like to share that with anybody willing to listen. So, that being said, let's do this. So, MJWL, if you watched my previous video, if you haven't, please go and do so. Made a nice profit on it yesterday. We finally started having this dip, which I anticipated. If you look right here on the daily, we had this 2 days of beautiful run up over 200% at the top. Beautiful, was able to capitalize on it yesterday nicely. And then today I was yesterday I was anticipating a dip and a pop, but it kept running. So today I was anticipating the dip and pop, because if you look at the history of the run, as you can see right here, I don't know why my tool isn't working. Oh, let me click on it. There we go. As you can see, you know, it drops and has a tendency to come back. You can see it in the last run right here too. In this big candle. What's up with my tool, man? As you can see right here too, dropped, popped, came back to almost near the open. So I was expecting a panic this morning. So yesterday, I winded up getting into it. Well, I got into it in the last video. You can just watch the last video. But I was able to capitalize. Well, anyway, I seen it start reversing yesterday. So again, I want to get into volume. If you look at the volume from yesterday, it was higher than the day before. So that gave me a sign of strength. Traded over 400 million shares, which is beautiful. So that told me when I started seeing this strength again, I said, you know what? This thing could very well continue to run if it breaks this multi-year resistance in the 7s. The next resistance level isn't until, I believe, like the 13. So when I seen it start popping in here, I said, you know what? I'm going to take a very small position because of the fact that we are trading such high volume. I said, man, I'm just going to take a small position. So I took a 50,000 share position, which is very, very small for me. And then it winded up running, and then that got me excited, and it broke. But then it just died off. And then before the close right here, then it just started panicking right in this area. And I was still holding 50,000 shares. Now, mind you, I had no day trades left. So at this point, when I noticed the panic, I said, you know what? I'm going to grab me another 50 just to average out my average price. And that winded up working out beautifully for me towards the close, because we did have the pop up and it closed at 6095, and I was in at an average price of 6075. So I actually added $20 more to my profit yesterday. But when I noticed this bounce, I was thinking, okay, we're probably going to either open up break even, or we're going to get a small gap up and then probably a panic. But my mindset was that I got such small size because, mind you, it traded 400 million shares. So 100,000 shares isn't nothing. Okay, but the market conditions that we're in now, I've been noticing most of my losses, most of my big losses have came from slippage. Slippage sucks, man, because I didn't deal with slippage in January, February, or March. I started slowly noticing slippage in April, and then now going into May, slippage has been getting me. So anyway, when the market opened, it opened about on a gap down at 586. At that point, I was down probably like $100, which is nothing. So I went to sell it immediately, and my order did not get executed. As you can see, it opened here, and it had a pop before the drop. Pop back up to 6. Hit my sell the market order, okay? Hit sell the market. And it had between 586 and 6 to get out, where I would have been down anywhere between $130 to $75, which is no big deal. That's fine for me. But it wouldn't sell. It was just sitting there. It was just sitting there until this thing just panicked and it sold me at the very bottom. That's called slippage. It's been happening a lot lately in these market conditions. I don't like it. I hit the button to get out at a $100 loss, and it sold me at the very bottom and got me out for a $680 loss due to that slippage. Okay, that's to start off my day, all right? So I'm thinking, okay, well, I mean, I could very well just make all this back, no problem, because I'm going to catch this dip. I was expecting this dip, and then, you know, and then a pop back up, which it did. So now in this account, as you can see, took a 680 loss in that one. And due to slippage again, I took a $462 loss in this account. So originally when this panicked here, I tried to cop 100,000 shares. Didn't execute my order. Try to buy it at the bottom. Again, my eyes are glued to the bid and ask. I noticed the turn. This thing started getting heavy on the bid size, taking over the ask. So I tried to capture 100,000. Didn't execute. Popped straight up. Ran without me. And then I just noticed the strength. So I was thinking, okay, we broke the sixes now. And you know, psychologically, whole numbers, 5, 6, 7, whole numbers are a psychological resistance point. So when it broke the 6, I said, okay, this thing could get back up, you know, to the 620s. You know, it could keep going. And so I did chase it a little bit because I was kind of psychologically, mentally, I was kind of like, God damn it, it didn't execute my order, and it's running without me. Because this right here, if it would have executed me, that would have been on 100,000 shares. This would have been an easy $700, $800 profit right here. It just didn't execute me when I tried to buy the bottom. And that's kind of the market I've been in. When I'm set up perfectly to purchase at the bottom, it's not executing. And when I want to exit for a profit or to get out, just to get out and take a small loss, it's not executing. And that's the market conditions that we're in right now. So then I chased it a little bit here, and it popped. I believe I was in like at 6 even, and then it popped a little bit, and then bam, just tanked on me. Then I tried to get out, and I winded up getting out for a $480 loss. Then it dropped, and I said, okay, cool. It solidified the bottom. Finally executed me at the bottom the way I wanted it to. So I picked up 100,000 shares. Should have picked up 200,000, but I wanted to go in 100 because anytime I'm dip buying, I always go half my position first, because if it works, if I buy the very bottom, I'm gonna profit off half of it. But if it continues to drop, I'll pick up the other half and then profit on a whole position. So my goal is to capture 200,000 shares. So I always go 100 first. And then if it just so happens to drop off, I could pick up another 100. But if it winds up going, well, then I'm a profit off that 100. That's me personally. That's just to kind of play it safe. And so I wanted to capture it at the bottom. I was like, I believe I was in the 4.9s. And then it winded up running. Boom. At this point in this candle, mind you, I was already down 480. Okay, I was down 480. So by the time I caught this run on this position, I was up 680. So at this point, I was up $200 profit for this account, which would have ultimately put me down on the day total, if I add my other account, 480. So I go to sell this right here. And again, my order did not get executed. I'm watching my daily P&L, my open P&L. My open P&L is at 680. My daily P&L is at about $200 profit. So I said, cool, I'm going to finish this account. At least in this account, I'll be profitable on the day. Nope, didn't sell me. I hit sell the ask. My order's just sitting there, and it tanks. And then it winds up selling me at the bottom of this candle right here for basically break even. So, you know, I went from minus 480 to now minus $9, okay? So again, I could have right here at the top of this peak of where I wanted to get out, if it would have executed me properly like it would have in January, February, March, I would have winded up with a $200 profit. But nope, my order's just sitting in there, and then it tanks, sells me in this candle, and wind up taking, wind up gaining pretty much my loss back, and now it's down $9. And then when I noticed this, you know, as soon as I sold it, it pops right back. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, like this thing could continue to run, because as you're seeing this candle, opens here, close, pulls back, then runs. Again, opens here, drops, pulls back, runs. So when it dropped and it pulled back, you know, I'm seeing that pattern in here. So I'm saying, okay, when it pulled back up here, I said, okay, I'm gonna buy me another 100,000 shares. And it popped up a little bit, up a little profit, and then just tanked. And then when I noticed it flatlining and then looking at the bid and ask, I wasn't seeing no more strength in the bid. So I just wanted to get out. You know, at this point, I was down maybe about $100, 135, something like that. And so I hit sell the market. And again, slippage, boom, drops all the way down to 5.2, executes me at the bottom. So now I'm finishing the day in this account, $462 loss. When the reality of it is, everything would have executed properly every time I hit the button, where it should have executed me, I should have started off with about $100 loss. Then if I would have caught this right here where I tried to and it didn't work, that would have gave me my $100 back, and I would have probably winded up anywhere profitable. Okay, my max profit would have been like 800, somewhere around 800. But I would have definitely turned an L into green. And then when I would have executed, instead of buying it here, I would have sold it in there. And then here, that would have added more profit. Boom, because this was the only one that I was profitable on. I profited about 480 on that trade. I would have been good for the day. But just, that's the market condition that we're in. I'm noticing a lot of slippage, and with my strategy, I always hit sell the market, because that's what typically was working for me, because of the market was hot. The conditions that we were in, it would sell me right away if I hit sell the market. That is no longer happening. We're in the market isn't as hot as it was, like it was in January, February, March. I'm going to switch up my strategy a little bit and hit sell the bid. But my only fear of sell the bid is that it just won't get executed. And if it continues to drop, I'll wind up taking a bigger L, because I'll have to cancel, then re-hit it again, cancel, re-hit it again. Pretty much like when I'm trying to buy a dip. Sometimes that happens. It won't execute me. You might see the bid at, like right now, 524 by 529, and I go hit buy the ask on a dip, and it won't even execute that 529. It'll just blow past it. So, kind of the conditions that we're in, I don't, summertime, just through my years of experience of trading in the market, because previously in the past, when I first started, I struggled in the beginning, because I would always take my tax return. Okay, so this is around the time we all get our tax returns, all right? So I would do that, and I would always start in the summertime, and I noticed, like, literally, I might throw $3,000 at it in the summertime. Like, I'd be starting right now in the past, okay? And I would go from $3,000 to 1,000, and then by the time we got back to, November, December, then I would start noticing things pick up again. So I've recognized that market cycle, and it's showing it to me again that, roughly around this time after taxes, it just doesn't work for the strategies I try to play. What I cater to works more in the November, December, January, February, March. And that's okay. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm still sitting nice on a nice profit from where I began. And the cool part about it is, even my entire journey of my few years of learning in what we call market tuition and throwing money at it, I've made all that money back too. So reality of it is, I made all my money back and I'm profitable. So at this stage, now going into the next market cycle of a hot cycle, I'm coming at it with, 10 times the amount of money I did when I started this year. So, it's just a patience game, man. So, it's all part of the game. And, I recognize that. And slippage is eating me alive. And then now look at this thing. Now we're finally starting to have a nice move. This thing could keep going. But I'm all out of day trades. So I don't necessarily want to risk getting in there. This is now looking like a nice setup on MJWL. But I'm all out of day trades. I don't want to risk it. I dipped below the PDT after taking that big loss on that swing trade opportunity. But that's okay, man. You're going to miss plays. Everybody misses plays. You just got to be there when your opportunity presents itself. And my opportunity did present itself this morning. I should have been profitable here. Didn't execute me. And I was profitable here, and it should have turned me green on the day, but didn't execute me where I wanted to sell at, and it wound up selling me at the bottom of this candle. You know, and that's part of playing the game, man. So pretty much all the money I made yesterday, just gave it back today due to slippage. So be careful with slippage. I'm definitely going to try to hit sell the bid, see if that helps in my next trade. But, you know, it is what it is, because reality of it is, even if it doesn't sell me at the bid and it keeps dropping, I'm going to get executed at the bottom anyway. So sell the market might just still be the same way to go. But, you know, it's regardless if it doesn't execute on sell the bid, I'm going to wind up taking a bigger loss than I want to anyway. So, you know, and then even right here, I could have been patient, but you never know how far it's going to dip, because on this account, on the 680 loss, you know, it dropped, but then it came back. And if I would have just held on to it and sold it here, you know, I would have winded up taking like a $10 loss, or, you know, a really, really small loss. But who knows? It might not have got executed, and I might have got caught in here and sold me at the bottom of here, and I would have still took, you know, some $400, $500, $600 loss. So, you know, that's the kind of market we're in, man. It's just what I got to deal with. So slippage, man, that's going to be it for today, guys. MJWL, over $1,100 loss today due to slippage. Yeah, man. That's going to be it for today, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of my analysis. You can't stop mafia. It's a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you can do that. MJWL. Got caught up in the slippage, man. If it would have executed me the way I wanted, I would be walking away with a very small profit today, but did not execute me the way I wanted due to slippage. Something you just gotta live with. So that's gonna be it, man. Until next time, I'll be sure to keep you updated as much as possible. I'm out. Peace.